Drum and bass is one of the most popular genres right now. It's a style of electronic music that is full of so much energy, and artists are playing it around the world, selling out huge shows. Usually I make trap and drill beats, but today I'm going to be making drum and bass for the first time from scratch.
Jeez, sounds like a proper song.
Let's get into it. The world of drum and bass is huge. There's so many different styles. You've got more like the harder kind of industrial sounding kind of stuff that you hear in raves. And then you've got also more like the chill kind of side of stuff. In the past, I've tried drum and bass inspired tracks, but I've never made like a full-on drum and bass track. So I think for the first one, I'm gonna push myself out of my comfort zone and I'm gonna try like a harder style drum and bass, which is gonna be interesting. And then the second one, I'm gonna make something a bit more up my alley, which is a bit more melodic and chill. I'm super excited to try something new. Hopefully we can create a vibe.
All right, so let's start with the BPM around 174. I feel like that's a good sweet spot for drum and bass. And this time I'm gonna start with the drums as well. So let's throw in a kick. And then from here, we can add some variation. And then the snare just comes on every beat like this. Pretty much it for the drum bounce. What I'm gonna do is just duplicate this down and add in another snare sound just to layer it on top. And I got this drum kit here from Inverse Audio. Got some really, really good drum and bass sounds. Alright, let's add in some hi-hats now, and I'm going to place the hi-hats on every beat like this. And then I'm going to place the second hi-hat down, but this hi-hat's going to be a lot quicker. So I'm going to copy all the hi-hats, move them, and then also just turn down the velocity a tiny bit. Oh, I like that one. That one sounds cool. And I'm feeling as well, for some parts we can just have like an open hat come in. I also got this cool ride sound. I want that to be on like every beat. With these drum and bass kind of drums, the pattern is just quite simple, not much to it, but I feel like we could definitely give it a little bit more groove. Yeah, that's way better now. We got the most important part down, which is the drums, the groove, and it's there, it's sounding good. I need to add in a bass, but before we add in the bass, I'm gonna go and try and find like an Acappella, because I feel like once we got that, then the bass will just kind of figure itself out. And to do that, I'm gonna be using my favorite place to find samples, which is Tracklib. Tracklib is a website and an online platform that has tons and tons of music and songs that you can download and sample in your music. I'm on the platform now. I always say it's like the modern day crate digging. Instead of going and trying to find physical records, you just go on Tracklib and you can find some original music. They make it super easy to find what you want because they've got it divided into collections and genres and stuff like that. We're gonna go for Acappella, so let's type that in. And in the collections, they got club vocals, soulful vocals, building a house, so I'm guessing that's more like for like house tracks. Let's go with club vocals.
Stand up, reunite.
Ooh, that could be something.
Reconcile, no stop the fight.
I think we can chop that up and turn it into like an anthem, so I'm gonna go with that one.
Stand up.
We can even change the pitch just to hear how it sounds.
Reconcile, not stop the fight.
And if you wanted to, you can test it by putting a beat behind it.
Reconcile, no stop the fight.
To get started with Tracklib, click the link in my description, which will give you 15 free credits and a 3-day trial. Let's get back to the track. I don't even think I'm going to mess around with the tempo. It kind of sounds good just how it is, but I am going to chop out the phrases.
Reunite, reconcile, no stop the fight.
So I'm thinking it could just be something more repetitive, like stand up, stand up, stand up, reunite, stand up, stand up.
Stand up, reunite, reunite, reunite.
And then on that last one, it comes in just a little bit quick, so
no stop the fight.
Let's just stretch
no stop
it.
The fight. No stop the fight. Stand up, reunite, reunite, reunite. Stand up, reunite, no stop the fight.
Yeah, that's sounding cool. I like that. Let's add in the bass line. I have a little idea in my head of like the bass line, something like do 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 do, and then some wobbles and everything. Let's start with the sub. And then that's gonna repeat throughout the track, and then in between that I'm gonna add in like some wobbles and stuff. So I got a womp sound pulled up. It's just like a harder bass line. So what I'm gonna do, just drag this one down and put in the empty notes. Let's switch out that womp sound. Oh, yeah, I think that one works. I've got this wobble sound pulled up. And then we're gonna do the same thing with this one. We just make that a bit longer. So it's like a, and then we're going to the drop. Bam, come back in again. So I've layered 4 basses basically to make up the bass line. So we can just put that into a stack. Maybe even just a bit more distortion just to give it that grit. This is what we got all together so far.
Stand up, reunite, reunite, stand up, reunite, no stop the fight. Stand up, reunite,
Vibey.
stand up, reunite, no stop the fight. Stand up, stand up.
Not bad for my first attempt at a harder D&B track. I think I got the vibe, but for the next one, I'm gonna make something a bit more melodic, and melodic beats in general is just way more up my alley, so I feel like I can definitely make something that's gonna sound sick. I'm excited, let's get it.
This next one, let's go back into TrackLib and I want to get an acapella. Let's type in vocals. I really want like a nice dreamy kind of vocal, feminine voices. This could be good.
When I see the look in your eyes,
Not bad, I like this one. I'll come back to it.
all of this wasted time, I still want you closer.
Oh, I think this one could be
And this,
a vibe. I think I'm gonna go with this one. So I've got the track in Logic Pro X and I've put it to my BPM of 174. And the bit that I like the most is here.
rolling around, I'm rolling and I'm rolling, airing on my dirty laundry out here in the open. Went from being wavy
I think
to
this is gonna be the
bottom
hook.
of
So let's build some chords around that. I'm just gonna do the chords one by one.
Rolling around, I'm rolling and I'm rolling, airing on my dirty laundry out here in the open. Wavy to the bottom of the ocean. Hope you never got your hopes up about me.
Wow, those chords are very, very nice. And actually, I want to change the pattern up a little bit. I don't want it to just be static. So I want dun dun dun.
Rolling around, I'm rolling and I'm rolling, airing on my dirty laundry out here in the open. Went from being
With the chords in the main piano now.
rolling around, I'm rolling and
It's
I'm
got a little
rolling,
pattern going.
airing on my dirty laundry out here in the open. Went from being wavy to the bottom of the ocean. Hope you never got your
Oh
hopes
man,
up about
nice.
me.
Okay, now I'm just gonna build on top of that. Perfect. And I'm gonna look for a lead within Nexus. So I'm just EQing out some of the lows and some of the highs. So now we just got it more in the high end. Oh yeah, something like that. That sounds sick. And then maybe even some movement from like left to right. So I'm just gonna open up Shape a Box and throw in this one. And then maybe even like a nice call and response to that up. So we got like another up in that space right there. I'm hearing something dreamy at the end, like a dreamy pluck. Alright, perfect. I think I'm going to keep that as the foundation for the melody. Let's go ahead and put some drums behind this now. So I'm literally just going to do that standard kick pattern for most of it. And we'll just drop the velocity bit. I got this snare sound. And then let's just quantize it so it's all in time. And just need to drop it down. I think this one will work. So I'm just gonna put each one in like this. And then I think for some of them, we can just drop the velocity just to give it like a nice swing. Once we put in the bass line, this is gonna slap. The last thing I added in the drums was this shaker loop that I found on Splice. So altogether for the drums now, feels a lot more full. So I've just structured out my beat a little bit. The main section will have all the melodies, but the second part where we put in like a deeper bass line, like the re-space that they use a lot in drum and bass, that will be here. Like very heavy bass there. So for the first one, let's put in a sub bass. So I got this sampled up from Moog Mariano, probably like my favorite VST for bass lines. So what I'm gonna do is just follow the notes from the chords. And then for this second bit over here, let's put in like more of a growly bass now. So I just changed up the pattern a little bit so it's not too muddy. Alright, so I've gone ahead and structured it out into like almost like a proper song now. For the intro, we've got some build-ups. And then it gets into the drop. Let's give this a listen. Sounds like a proper song. Vibing with this one. I like this one. This one's definitely got some potential.
If you get 3K likes on this video, then I'll drop that last one on Spotify. But yeah, another genre, another challenge completed. Let me know below in the comments which genre I should try next. And if you enjoyed this video, then check out this playlist right here, where I've tried other genres like Brazilian funk and amapiano.